steal from behind, and said he is going to get a foul ball. They have the Lakers in the bonus. His free throws upcoming here for Morris. Timberwolves is game one of a 3-game road trip, and they're all tough. They've got the Lakers tonight and then back-to-back against the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix. Coming up on Thursday and Friday.
Think about that game back on February 16th. It was a really close game. Minnesota had a lead, and they played well in that ball game. And LeBron just decided to put the hammer down on the Wolves in the fourth quarter. Competitive game throughout, though, and Anthony Edwards was just that night was just amazing.
Rubio and Ricky with another take and make. He's 3 of 3 from the field tonight. First meeting between these two teams, though, Jim, was not so pretty. Lakers won by 36, their largest margin ever in series history against the Wolves.
Well, that was the first game after losing Karl Anthony Towns to the Utah Jazz. Can't hurt his wrist, and those two games in LA were not fun for anybody. Minnesota was still, I think, in shock after losing Cat.
Rubio. Towns looking for another 3. That one is short. The rebound pulled down by James. Gets it ahead. Dalen Tucker, no. Timberwolves get it stopped.
Tremendous transition defense by Karl Anthony Towns to defend without fouling.
That's the first rebound of the game, by the way, for the Wolves, and then they give the basketball right back to L.A. Timberwolves collect yet another Laker turnover. 5th of the game by L.A. Vanderbilt throws up a wild shot, but gets fouled by Horton Tucker. And Vanderbilt's going to get a chance to head to the free throw line.
Again, the hit by Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Horton Tucker on the move. Karl Anthony Towns gets it at the rim. It's been fun to watch, Karl. One of the biggest changes for Minnesota's defense has been, instead of playing drop coverage pretty much all the time, having Karl Anthony Towns up at the point of attack. And so, what I like about it is that it gets Karl into a stance. And I think that sometimes for Karl, drop coverage makes him a passive defender, and backing up is not his strong suit. I think playing an athletic stance, Dave, is a good idea. And so they did a great job. I mean, he was down in a stance. He was containing Damian Lillard. If he had to switch on him, he did a good job of taking away layups at the rim. Minnesota's been playing more of a gap defensive concept, which means help is on the way. Guys are more in a help position. You can see Jalen Noel where he's at right now in relationship to LeBron James. He's really not guarding anybody in his own concept. And they're scrambling for each other. It's fun to see, and when Minnesota's giving up all the paint points, David, you're all of a sudden now you're in a help position. You might give up some more threes, but you're not going to give up nearly as many paint points.
Towns looking for some paint points. No, rebounded by LeBron James. James drives, dishes, corner 3. That rattles out. Rubio quickly the other way. Gets hit from behind, and Ricky a chance for the and one.
All these minutes that Ricky's been getting, he's gotten into better shape. Obviously, having COVID earlier, Ricky did not come to camp in great shape. But throughout all these games, and what's really become evident, his value to this team now is the leadership that he's bringing. And all the comments that Anthony Edwards has said about Ricky Rubio has been very illuminating for Timberwolves fans. And one of the things that Chris Rosas did when he brought Ricky Rubio back to Minnesota is that he was counting on the leadership. And it's been a good investment, wouldn't you say, Dave? From what everybody says to a man on this team, the leadership of Ricky Rubio has been some of the best we've seen on this team for a long time, and it's been needed with these young guys.
He certainly has the attention of Anthony Edwards, and if you can be the Anthony Edwards whisperer, that is absolutely huge. And by the way, Anthony Edwards in some ways might be the Ricky Rubio whisperer, because Ricky has talked about how Ant and his boisterousness has kind of lifted his spirits during his early struggles this season.
Some games, post-game, Ricky was a truth teller, and he was saying things post-game that I think that, a lot of players wouldn't normally talk about in terms of how honest he was about the state of the team and where they were going, what was going on within the fabric of their wins and losses. And he said things had to change. So he's going to be a change agent himself in the ways that he can affect change, and being a positive influence on the players is one of them. So good for Ricky.
See the number there on Ricky's assists. He's already got 3 here tonight. Montrezl Harrell, meantime, goes 1 of 2 at the free throw line.
It's good to see J.D. McDaniels back into the mix for Minnesota as well.
He missed the last game with the health and safety protocols.
He fits right into what Minnesota's doing in terms of gap defense, help defense. He's always so active around the paint and a willing defender on the perimeter as well.
Edwards dumps it inside for Towns, and look at that. The way that Ant now is getting the attention of defenses, that's helping open things up elsewhere. Towns benefited on that play. Schroeder pulls up and able to rattle it in. Lakers had missed 4 straight shots before that make. Rubio for Edwards. Ant gets inside, and they're going to call an offensive foul here on Edwards. That'll be the first foul of the game on Edwards.
Let's take a look and see what they can drive on Caldwell Pope. Shooter and Montrezl are right there trying to take charges.
Third turnover of the game by the Wolves. Lakers had 4 turnovers before you could blink, but have cleaned it up a little bit of late. Kuzma. Schroeder with the shot clock getting low. Towns got a piece of that. Harrell comes up with it, and the Timberwolves get another stop.
Carl has really been a strong defensive presence here early on.
Edwards.
How about that pass?
Little pick and roll with Towns, who got hit.
Carl's had some violent collisions over the past couple of games. Had one last ball game. Derrick Jones Jr. dragged him to the ground, and he fell kind of awkwardly on that left wrist. Gets fouled here.
So Cat headed to the line, and 4th foul of the quarter. Cat thankfully able to get right back up.
See, he tried to kind of save himself that time from getting that arm cut underneath him.
First trip to the line tonight for Towns. Cat, this is his 18th career game against the Lakers. He's won 11 out of the previous 17, although just 4 and 6 against the Lakers all time at Staples Center. And Jim, in games played at Staples Center, period, over his career, he's 8-8. So this is 17th career game inside that building, combining those numbers with the contest against the Clippers. He's averaging a double-double, by the way, in those 18 games. 16 games. 13 double-doubles in 16 games for him at Staples. Horton Tucker able to get it to Harrell.
I think Golden State was doing, if you watched the ball game last night, those handoffs at the elbow, Golden State was trapping that player when they came off for the handoff and not allowing them to make that kind of pass.
Edwards off the dribble, and the screen from Towns unable to hit.
También está. Ahí.
Senyor.
We are knotted up at 26. Fourth time we've been tied. Here in the first quarter, we've had 3 lead changes. Wolves and the Lakers. Indeed, on player resume. And Stewart's the #1 pick this season. How good is he in rookie ranks? First in points, field goals, and 3-point field goals made. Also logging a lot of minutes, and he's playing really well lately, Mike Trudell.
Yeah, so I asked Frank Vogel before the game about Edwards and his emergence the last few games, and he said he's at the top of the scouting report now, right there with Karl Anthony Towns, in part due to how aggressive he's being, guys. He's taken 21.6 shots per game in his last 7. That would rank second in the whole NBA behind only Bradley Beal. So he's getting him up there.
And that ball's thrown out of bounds. By the way, we want to shout out a fellow by the name of Robbie Sika. He's their vice president of basketball operations and player wellness. And why do I bring that out? He's one of Mike Trudell's best friends. And, of course, Mike is from the Minnesota area, and Robbie is just a wonderful man, has a beautiful family, and he does a great job keeping him healthy in Minnesota. Schroeder try to get it, but they're going to steal it away right into the waiting hands of McDaniels. He's going to go coast to coast to score.
They have turned the Lakers over 6 times already in the first quarter. This is not a recipe for success.
Not at all. Kuzma now to Montrez. Lakers with 4 bench players and Schroeder.
Pinaka
That when you catch it there, it's really hard to double team or to play off of it. Game, there's no doubt that the offense has been the biggest thing that has helped your game over the last stretch of 3 games coming into this one. The offense has been so much better.
Okogie for Reed. Jalen Noel has been a big part of the reason why the offense has been better. Can't connect that time, though.
61% shooting for Jalen coming into this game over the last 3.
Schroeder, little floater baseline, won't drop. Naz Reid trailing the play, and he shuffles the feet. 5th turnover of the quarter by the Wolves.
Didn't look like a travel to me, but it happens so often with the bigs as the ball reverses to them on top, and Boy, that's tough, man. You see a lot more egregious traveling calls than Nas did right there.
Eric Lewis, Deidre Taylor, and John Butler, by the way, are officials in LA tonight.
Josh Okogie did get LeBron James guarding time last ball game. He normally does when Minnesota plays against the Lakers and LeBron James. Wes Matthews knocks down the triple.
Still time for the Wolves. Okogie pulls up from deep. And man, for a second, I thought that thing was going to go. But LeBron James waited until the final.
Touchdown kaagad ng putik.
Seconds of the first quarter to get his first assist of the night. And with that, the Lakers got it back to a one-point game. Timberwolves and Lakers. It's been a fun one here in Los Angeles.
What's up, fans? I'm Kyle Kuzma. It's time for Game Break. Check this out.
New offense, and the Lakers are up 5-0. Rubio all the way to score. Ricky Rubio.
That was way too easy for this to start the game off. Round Ricky Rubio.
Lakers start the game. 3 back of Utah, who beat Boston earlier. Slam, dunk, follow, throwdown for Jones. Has exactly 1 against the Timberwolves franchise. Rubio, good dish to Vanderbilt, who scores easily. Nobody home for the Lakers defensively.
When they come over to the side.
Look at Marquis keeping it alive, and on the second chance bucket.
Ended up out of bounds.
Karl Anthony Towns, they're going to double up on him. Smart move.
Yeah, that's it. Don't let him play single coverage.
Rubio alone, set, fire, and get. Ricky Rubio. This Minnesota team offensively improved, but defensively they have issues. Karl Anthony Towns, he's got the entire package to seal the deal. And Edwards did have a good game there, 28 points. Here he is off the glass to score.
Boy, he took it right to Damian Jones that time and got into Damian's chest.
Brought into the... After one, the Lakers lead 31-30. Hernan Gomez, of course, took a lot of heat for the air ball free throw, and then you saw his response afterwards. Said there was a 3.5 earthquake in San Francisco that kind of threw me off, and the reason why he did not knock it down or even draw iron. Oh, little look away pass to Montrez, gets it back, couldn't follow finish, but he gets fouled in the process.
They're going to call this a shooting foul also. Normally on tip plays, that's not really a tip. All in the air, he gets his own miss and shoots it with both hands. So 2 more free throws coming to Montrez.
This is one of 7 games tonight in the NBA. This is the finale of the scheduled contests. It's a good win last night for the Lakers. 11 played, 11 scored. They did a lot of things well. We'll see if they can roll it over here on the back-to-back, the first back-to-back of 7 in the second half of the season. And we have 3 back-to-backs in the first 12 days out of the ring. Montrez on the air, 76%er.
And knocks down 2 there, and now the Lakers are 11 out of 14 from the line here in the first half.
Lakers had a season high in assists last night. Oh, where's the defense? Where is it? And Hernan Gomez with the dunk off the assist from Reed.
It's the easiest basket in a half-court set that Hernan Gomez will ever get.
There's been a couple of easy buckets already. The spin, the score from Montrez, really asserting himself again tonight.
Well, I mean, he really took it to Nas Reed that time, and Nas normally presents a little bit more resistance.
Hernan Gomez also from Spain. Of course, no Marcus Gasol tonight. Still out in COVID protocol. They're trying to bounce it to Hernan Gomez. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. So we're 2 minutes into the quarter.
Carl's going to show Montrez working on Nas Reed, just ISO and a nice little spin and throws it up off the window for the deuce.
Edwards wants it right back. Instead, it's Reed. Everybody just kind of stopped again a little bit. It's going to be taken by LeBron. As Reed missed right at the rim. LeBron with a head of steam. Here he goes all the way to the basket. You're not going to stop the king.
Got the fortunate bounce there as that looked like it was going to go across the back of the rim.
Hernan Gomez thought about the 3 for a moment. Lakers knocked down more threes than Minnesota does per game, and they score with Jalen Nowell.
Minnesota, man, they're shooting 58% from the field still.
Now another product of UW of the Washington Huskies. Yeah, they're shooting well. Here's LeBron underneath Montrez. Keep it going.
What a find by LBJ. Beautiful bounce pass.
Montrez to first one in the game. Either side in double figures with 11. For the second quarter, Lakers up by 2. We've already had 8 lead changes in the game. Edwards brimming with confidence. Reed, rainbow, no. Matthews taps it over to LeBron. James in the top 10 in assists, led the league last year. Top 10 this year. McKinney's going to be in when it's dead, but LeBron throws it away. Edwards steals it for Minnesota. Turnover number 7. Edwards at the other end scores with the left hand. Quickly, Lakers take it out of the net and leave it for Matthews. Left to terminate the dribble and bring it to THT. Lakers shooting 58%, 57% for Minnesota. Handoff goes to Tucker. Couple of big steps as Hernan Gomez hits the deck.
Again, going at about 30 miles an hour instead of full speed makes you much more in control of your body.
Last night was the Lakers' best shooting night in a decade. And the first time they shot over 60% in a game since 2014.
That turnover gives the Timberwolves a chance to get Big Cat back in again as we look at THT getting the easy hoop as Nas Reed should have been the secondary defender, was late in coming down.
For all the whistles and free throws we've had, they let that one go.
That's why it was a block. Catch, read, attack, go to the rim.
And so what else is new? We've seen that the last few years. A hook pass to Nowell. He leads it over Kuzma's nothing but net. That's going to go the other way.
That's another turnover, so that's turnover number 8. Kind of tough to score when you don't get a shot at the basket.
Hernan Gomez will take it out. Chris Finch, their head coach, was on earlier, 51 years of age. getting an opportunity after Saunders was let go of his duties. Edwards hangs in the air and scores. Anthony Edwards, 19 years of age, went to Georgia. First top overall pick from that university. Dominique went number 3. The spin by THT. LeBron, look away pass. Pretty good ball movement. Frank Vogel has said, we want to be the team that makes the extra pass. They have 2 to shoot, so Kuz is going to have to fire it up. They were in all kinds of trouble that time. And in transition, Towns, he passed it up. Hernan Gomez won't, and he knocks it down. That's good play. And they lead it 48-46.
Just a minute ago, the Lakers had like a 5-point lead, and all of a sudden, a couple of turnovers, and the Timberwolves convert. And they look at the scoreboard, and they look like they want this game as they lead 48-46.
Spotlight time brought to you by Mirando.
Spotlight's on a play that happened in the first quarter where THT comes off of a screen by Kuz, keeps his head up, attacks Big Cat, but because his head's up, he's able to throw the nice lob up to Montrez. And Big Cat can jump. You don't jump as high as you normally do when you're moving backwards. And that's why he was able to get that over the top of the hands of Karl Anthony Towns.
And THT doing work, 7 points, 2 assists, 11 minutes. By the way, he's out of the game now, but he'll be back. And want to apologize to Jalen Noel for mispronouncing his last name. It's Noel from UW.
Got McKinney into the game, so with this back-to-back, the coaching staff making sure that get a lot of fresh bodies in there.
Schroeder, McKinney, Markeith.
Got to get it to the middle there. Now you got to attack.
I was going to say Harrell and KCP. Those are the 5 on the floor. Bounce underneath, boy. In great position was Morris.
Yeah, I mean, they were passing around the perimeter. That's what the zone wants you to do. Once you get it into the middle, the zone is history.
Lakers would love to get out and run. They're one of the better transition teams, and Minnesota can't guard the fast break. At the other end, again, Edwards very strong to the basket as he took the pass from Towns.
That was a nice-looking sort of slip screen as Anthony Edwards was getting ready to set the screen. Then he releases, and nice look by Big Cat. Gets him the ball, and he gets to the free throw line.
Edwards the other day said, I feel like we're about to go on a a big winning streak. He's been very confident about this team that has only won 9 games this year. At the end of the game the other night, he was saying, "Give me the ball and get out of my way." That's a very confident young man. Download the Wish shopping app or go to wish.com to get access to the lowest price products on earth. Wish Shopping is a proud partner of your Lakers.
2 free throws by Anthony Edwards. And the Timberwolves go up by 2.
Start of a 3-game homestand for the Lakers. Start of a 3-game road trip for the Wolves. Schroeder wide open is KCP, and he drills it. Yes, sir.
KCP gets his first triple of the evening.
Edwards going to the rim again, and he lays it up and misses. He has thrown down some monster dunks so far this year.
I thought he was going to do one there.
And he's put it on top of some guys, too. Here is McKinney hitting it at the other end.
It's nice to see players that don't get a lot of run come in and be able to contribute.
And he didn't hesitate either. So for the Lakers, that is their 4th made triple tonight. Turning is Karl Anthony Towns. It's tapped out. It's going to be Laker basketball unless it goes into the legs of Edwards. And Edwards again attacking.
It looked like the 2 Lakers that were going after it said, "You get it, no, you get it." And neither one of them came up with it as we get another look at McKinney knocking down a catch and fire. Nice job.
So Edwards will march back to the charity stripe. There's Alfonso. At 2 points in 13 minutes last night up at Golden State.
This will be numbers 5 and 6 from the free throw line for Anthony Edwards.
He's the only Timberwolf to play in all 39 games this year.
Well, he's 12. I mean, he can play
young,
double headers.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Adam Silver? Schedule it. We're trying to compact this season. Again, exactly 2 months left before the playoffs begin. And that first week of the playoffs will be the play-in series in each conference. So a new wrinkle to the postseason this year in the NBA. They really liked how that worked in the bubble. This one rolls around and out. Boy,
got tapped.
And so it's Minnesota with the rebound. Laker lead is 4. No team is led by more than 5. Edwards again. Damian Jones is there. Karl Anthony Towns counted foul on the follow.
Good contest by Damian Jones, but it went right to Big Cat, and he's able to get a 3-point opportunity. Yeah.
To the foul by 2 threes early and then a bit quiet offensively. But I'm telling you, he's been playing steady basketball in that starter role. 8 straight starts now and 10 for the season.
The 2 threes last night you're talking about?
Yeah, the 2 threes early.
But that's what happens. He'll get into the offense early, but then he kind of
abandoning himself to some degree, and he doesn't get shot attempts.
Lakers open up a 4-point lead. Minnesota, they beat the Pelicans to start this second half of the season and then split the mini-series with Portland. And even when they're losing, they're keeping it close. Lots of single-digit games. And we're going to have more free throws.
There's an example, though, of what Big Cat does to you because he shoots the ball kind of flat-footed sometimes. He got Damian Jones to commit to getting up on his toes, and then that got him out of defensive positioning, and then he can beat you off the dribble. So he creates a real problem for individual defense.
There's Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. Was the first pick in 2015. 25 years old already in his sixth season. And again, they made that deal for D'Angelo Russell to pair them up. You know how many games they played together? 5. That's it since the trade was made in February of last year. So they don't know how that worked.
Injuries and other things obviously have led to that.
Under 4 minutes to play, first half. We'll shake and bake this time from Jones, hand off to Schroeder.
Schroeder should just go right by Laban.
Oh, he's going to go right by everybody and attack Towns. And more free throws. What about it?
This game reminds me of a preseason game. What do you have most in preseason games?
Turnovers and free throws.
And turnovers. And that's what we've had here. We've got a total of 13 turnovers, and free throws are just out there. This will be number 32 and 33 combined.
Lakers so far 14 out of 17, so the good news are above their season average when they're getting to the line. I mentioned that Portland shot 39 free throws in their last game. Lakers shot 39 free throws against Indiana the other night, which was their season high.
They're going to do it again.
Going to set a season high for both teams probably tonight. Schroeder makes them both. Rubio has a triple-double in his career against the Lakers, and he had it here in this building. Ricky all the way. Nobody stopped the basketball and knocked it out of bounds by Morris.
Why he didn't continue on, he was so committed to making a pass to the corner. Because when he turned the corner, the Lakers weren't there to help. He had a clear path to the basket.
All right, so the rotation brings in LeBron and Kuzma, Stu. So you've got KCP, Kuz, Morris, Schroeder, and LeBron James.
Mercy.
They'll find themselves with the lead.
Commercial. Commercial.
Strong right hand there, and then flipping it over the shoulder to Rubio. There's him on that side of the floor, 26% on the right side. But you see the driving direction here? He likes to go this way to the middle of the floor with that left shoulder to your jump hook. And because he's on that side of the floor more often, Dave, that's where he's able to be just right-handed, be a strong passer on the left box. It doesn't mean that he can't operate in the right box. He certainly can. But he's so effective on the left box. And you know what? A lot of the great right-handed post-up players in history have been so much better on that left box.
Schroeder unable to finish. Timberwolves looking to tie it back up or go in front. McDaniels was trying to give the Timberwolves the lead. Instead, LeBron a rebound and then a dish.
Just talking about rim running. And one of the things they miss about not having Anthony Davis's ability to run the floor. He runs the rim as good as anybody in the league. And LeBron, how many times do we see that last year, Dave? When we faced the Lakers, it was long passes down the court by LeBron to Anthony Davis.
LeBron comes up with a rebound, another long pass.
You just wait for it. LeBron's in there rebounding. He was doing a little rebound hunting last night in the fourth quarter.
Get the triple-double. Rubio and Ricky continues to be red hot. 6 of 7 now in front of the field for Ricky. LeBron feeds to the open Caldwell Pope, who can't connect. Timberwolves 37 points in the quarter, A chance to take the final shot. Daniels set up by Rubio, and that's the sixth dime of the half for Ricky. And it's a one-point game. Lakers can still get off a final shot attempt here.
I just really love the way that J.B. Daniels gets ready to shoot the basketball.
Kuzma doesn't get it off, and that is going to close out a very high-scoring first half. The Timberwolves hit 7 of their final 9 shots to put up 40. In quarter number 2, it's a 1-point game at the half. We'll get you to our halftime studios. Stay with us here on Fox Sports North. Man, when you have it going, you really have it going. Oh, yes. Detonates at the rim.
That was a good play by Bledsoe, dropping into the ground of lap of the cat. Carl Anthony Towns. Gonna be Zion.
Hard to the hole.
Little spring in his step.
See a lot of runouts early here by Sixer miscues. Oh, Embiid emphatically slamming in the face of Wagner, and the foul as well.
For the challenges and adversity will be just what this team needs at this point.
Another pick for the bunch. They've been great. Anticipating passes. Yes. Out of the 2-1.
Said it was everything he imagined. The experience, what a great time he had in Atlanta.
Shot clock at 5. Nice fake from Barrett. Goes inside and throws it down. R.J. Barrett with authority.
Wonder why Orlando doesn't release him. What's the worst player in the league? Yeah, he's the worst player. Statistically, he is. He's the very worst.
Oh! It says hello, fans!
And a solid first season in the NBA. Carter Williams, good hands by Vooch, and the slam by Nikola Vucevic.
Out there, you know your roster is better. You've had more success on any given night. But
Nasir Little, how dare you? Timberwolves get the point back that they gave up on the defensive 3 seconds.
He's lucky there was an
Edwards! Oh, Anthony Edwards! Else can't fly! That was something else, man! Wow!
And actually, I don't think the clutch plush doll has any kneecaps. Launching it is Oladipo.
That was nice.
My first game against the Bucks, I remember on the road.
First NBA game, my first NBA season was on the road against Philly.
It was a special game. I scored 16 points. Super excited to play. Obviously, everybody at home and my fans and everybody watching to see how well I was going to do. They kind of knew what I was capable of in the preseason games, but then once the actual regular season starts, it's different.
I started that game nervous, really nervous, coming out. That was the first game. The beat was back. So, like, the energy in that building, everybody knew something. Building.
And for a guy that comes from a small town in Latvia to make it to the NBA and to have first season playing for the Knicks in New York City, have all that fan support, it was just almost like a movie like.
I was nervous. It was in Orlando. I just played like 2 games. I know why I don't read it. I missed it. It felt great. I remember I recently saw a picture of it and my hair passed me.
First game at a Staples Center with fans, it was pretty crazy.
It was really crazy to be honest. Not just being out there, the team, wanting to play good, everything. Super nervous, but so much fun. It was a great experience. We won the game. That was the part of it.
I was happy to have 16 points, 8 rebounds. Played pretty well. We got the win, most important. So that was a really special moment for me. My first NBA game. First time I started against Dwight Howard. He was one of my favorite players growing up, especially playing my position. It was tough. He had like 30, and I'll always remember that game.
Oh, that was a great story. I think I played 12 or 14 seconds on my first NBA game. We played against New Orleans. First game, AD scored 50. It was like, I think Cousins scored like 30 something. But it was like, man, these guys are unstoppable. So I was like, wow, welcome to the NBA.
Went
buy software, and I always tell now the rookies to make sure to enjoy your first year. There's nothing like it. Your first year, you have the most attention on you. That's when you can show what you're made of. For me, it was a special first game, a special first year. Learning a lot about the league, how the team works, how to be a professional, and those are moments too that you'll never forget. 6 seconds left. Tap to the Blazers. Loose ball to Lillard. A three for the win. Oh my goodness. Damian Lillard hits the three, and the Blazers with a stunner. Suns, Booker for the win. Yes! But 1.5 on the clock. Doncic down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Doncic for the win. Oh yeah! Luka Doncic! The dagger! Beal will pull up for three. He hits it. 35 for Beal. And Matthews with a steal. Here's Westbrook for three. Hits it. Wizards up by one. Here we go. Tatum. Giannis switches on to him. Tatum out of the Kupo, the superstar. Step back three on the way. Oh, it makes in. Jason Tatum puts Boston on top. Was here. And that puts us in. Porter Jr. inbounds it to Jokic. Almost knocked away. They get the steal. Barnes for the lead. Couldn't punch it. Tipped up. No! In. Would count. Buddy. Ball. Call. Game. Run, buddy, run. Sacramento with a tip. Initiating. Getting it into Horford. Horford catches. Kicks. Dort for the win. It's good. And Lou Dort ends it. By Anthony. 2 seconds left. Anthony for the win. Got it. Rolls it. Cole Anthony gets the magic of victory. Improbable. Who do they bring up? DeMar DeRozan. Does he get it off? Yeah, it's blocked away. That'll do it. It looked like Bledsoe on top of the basketball.
You're 4-0 in these games now. When you've gotten to pick your team like this, it was on them. Does this mean why you're going to be a GM now when you retire? Is that the plan?
I hope that they allow me to retire. Being an all-star, captain, so I can retire for no record. I'll keep that forever. We'll really see what happens. But I always try to pick the right team, and I've been lucky enough for 4 years to pick the right team, guys who I wanted to be, and play to win. I'm really excited for it.
Like Tatum, 11 points to Giannis. To Kupo. Gets down court.
Well, LeBron was talking about he was going to come to the All-Star game. I'll be there physically, but not mentally. He's here both. Look at the extension right here by LeBron. I'm here for you, America.
Calling for time. LeBron James. Durant for three. Walker back. His way to semifinal.
You wanted it. And here's off the backcourt, the old teammates. Back-to-back champion Miami Heat. Well, Dwayne Casey can talk all he wants. I think the biggest voice there tonight. LeBron and AD. On the bounce pass here, LeBron James. The unibrow AD. Used to see our own Isaiah Thomas doing that pass.
I'm Chris Miles, and you're your top 10 plays. Touchdown on the go route. Luka Doncic with the perfect spiral to Dorian Finney-Smith. Another night, another triple-double for Luka the Don. Don't try to dunk on Sean. Hold. how Lonnie Walker IV gets down. Doesn't need his eyes to find his guys. Number 7, we have a buzzer beater alert, courtesy of one Andrew Wiggins. Number 6, Miles Turner makes the defender do the Cupid shuffle, then attacks the paint. Paul Millsap headed the wrong way before Turner takes it all away. Nerlens Noel, this ain't Christmas. He ain't Santa Claus. You come to the rim, you're taking a loss. The NBA's leading scorer, Bradley Beal, going double clutch for this flush. Number 3, we see even unicorns can get dunked on. The Claw posterizes Kristaps Porzingis. Another triple-double for James Harden. 21, 15, and 15. This action going to one Nicholas Claxton. We all know that foxes are fast and sly, but on this play, they can't fly. Gordon Hayward punches it on De'Aaron Fox.
Around Ricky Rubio. Lakers starting the game 3 back of Utah. He Boston earlier. Slam! Don't follow. Throwdown for Jones to seal the deal. And Edwards did have a good game there. 28 points. Here he is off the glass to score. All the way to the basket. You're not going to stop the king. Top 10 this year. McKinney's going to be in when it's dead, but LeBron throws it away. Edwards steals it for Minnesota. Turnover number 7. Top 10 this year. McKinney's going to be in when it's dead, but LeBron throws it away. Edwards steals it for Minnesota. Turnover number 7. Edwards at the other end scores with the left hand. 57% for Minnesota. And off goes Orton. Tucker, a couple of big steps. And Gomez hits the deck. Getting an opportunity. After Saunders was let go of his duties, Edwards hangs in the air and scores. Timberwolves basketball on Fox Sports North is brought to you by Grant Casino. Let your story begin. Back in Los Angeles, that was a high-scoring opening half. The Timberwolves and the Lakers just 1 point separating them at the end of 2 quarters from Staples Center. And Jim Peterson, what is in our Menard second-half scouting report?
Well, look, I mean, the Lakers bench is good. I mean, it's one of the things that they do. They're third in the NBA, and defensive line very good in Minnesota. They do a great job coming off the bench. Montrezl Harrell's a guy that's come off the bench now since man of the year last year, and did a fantastic job. Kyle Kuzma, the same thing. Ricky Rubio, Dave, just amazing. 6 of 7 for Ricky, 2 of 3 runs out here. He's got 14.6 assists. He really set the table for Minnesota in that first half, and did a fantastic job of really running the floor as well. Paint defense for Minnesota, it's hard to argue with the half. Like, you play well offensively. I think that the paint defense, you also fouled a little bit too much. You let the Lakers get to the line 19 times. in that first half. But the Wolves, they got there 16 times. They shot 59%, but 62.5%. If you're in your locker room, you're going, hey, we got to tighten things up a little bit. We got to be a little stronger, a little tougher. You did some really nice things, and you see the full factors behind it, David. You won one of the points on turnovers, and the Wolves turned it over, much early on. But look at the effectiveness percentage for both teams. It was a fun half of basketball to watch. If you're an offensive-minded coach, if you're a defensive-minded coach, you want guys to tighten it up and be a little tougher.
The Lakers, Jim, they're on a roll in terms of shooting. They shot it at 62.5% was the regular shooting percentage. They were 62.8% at Chase Center last night, which was their highest shooting percentage in a game in over a decade. So LA's put 6 really good quarters of shooting the basketball together. Timberwolves would like to try and slow them down a little bit in this second half.
I mean, this is the 16th rated team in the NBA offensively, under 11.4.
Edwards lets the three fly and rattles it in. First triple of the game for Ant.
Lakers, by the way, are number 1 defensively. 5.7 is what their rating is. Their net rating is 5.7, which is 4th in the league.
Ron unable to connect on the three. Towns with the rebound gets it away to Edwards. Edwards keeps the dribble alive. And will try a three from that spot and drills that one. Back-to-back dribbles by Ant. He does the Carmelo there as well.
All of a sudden, Minnesota's got a 5-point lead.
Ron whips it over. They work it into the corner.
See how Minnesota is scrambling.
Morris 3, no.
It's one of the things that Chris Finch was talking about is the thing that he wants these young guys to do is to stop thinking and let's shut down the paint, let's help each other, but let's scramble and play instinctively. And it's been really fun to watch these guys fly around. I mean, they really do help each other on the defensive end. And Anthony Edwards knocks down another triple. Came into the game with 79 on the season. He needs 104 to pass Wes Johnson. There's the second one right there. The yellow 3 to the head.
Well, if he gets one more, he's made 3 or more threes in a game 13 times this year. The all-time Timberwolves rookie record is Steph Marbury at 15 times.
Dead shooters can be called for a foul here. Illegal screen on V8 right there. V8 was trying to hold LeBron up and not allow him to catch it. LeBron went back toward the shooter. Sent an illegal screen. Watch it here. Vando's trying to get into the body of LeBron James. And he's back cutting. Just grabbed him right by the waist.
Rubio attacks and finishes again.
He was giving Dennis Schroeder the blues.
Ricky is connected at 7 of 8 shots. And the Timberwolves, this is their largest lead of the game. LeBron able to draw a whistle. And LeBron will head to the free throw line for 3.
Vando's trying to get over the top of that screen by David Jones and in the process extends his arm out towards LeBron. That's all LeBron needs to feel. All he needs to feel is that left arm extending as Vanderbilt is trying to get through that screen. And he goes into a shot motion right away. It's just automatic.
LeBron is yet to get to double figures in this game. He's a free throw away. And if he knocks this one down, Chip, it'll be 1,034 consecutive games in double-digit scoring for LeBron. A streak that goes back to 2007, the longest by far in NBA history.
Why do I get the feeling LeBron could be Tom Brady? He could play into his 40s and be effective.
I mean, saying he won't.
Well, I'm thinking that he breaks Kareem's scoring record and he does the mic drop. Well, he has 2 more rings. And,
well, maybe he wants to play against his son.
He's got to be Ronnie. Yeah.
By the way, he's got 11 points here tonight.
That would be a motivating factor. That's probably real.
Jimmy, he's got 11 here tonight as Towns gets it inside. He's now 1,706 points behind Karl Balong for second all time. So that, barring any kind of
unforeseen injury, which you hope doesn't happen, that will happen next season. Whether or not he catches Kareem by the end of next season, it's not impossible, but a lot of things would have to go right. But more than likely, he's passing Karl Malone next season. And there you see the number I was talking about. By the way, I looked it up. Since this streak began in 2007, he's gotten exactly 10 points in a game 3 times. One of the 3 was against the Timberwolves.
Team is called back in that way down. No one scores a higher percentage of points in transition than continuous goal program.
Edwards turns around, fires, no. Ron calls his own number. Towns with the rebounds. Cat finds Edwards in the corner. Edwards will shimmy shake. A 3 won't drop. Looks like
I'd love to see the post feed speed cut by hands and let him work off of Cat in the post.
LeBron gets left all alone. That was nice.
Shot right there.
That's exactly right. Another 20-point performance.
I'd like to see the playing time.
Brooks stepping on the baseline.
Again, it's a nice LeBron flipper. There's him right here. Baseline drive. Just so soft and sweet.
Cat finds Edwards in the corner.
Shoot for the Lakers, trying to make it 3 in a row out of the All-Star break. Marquise on the out-of-bounds play, landed there.
I own about 30 pairs of shoes. Favorite pair of shoes I have are definitely my house slippers. I prefer style. The number one hobby that I've taken up is painting. Best style of the team, me. I prefer gym clothes. One skill that I would love to master is the art of communication.
Let's go. Brand new Lamborghini, a cop car. Pistol on my hip like I'm a cop.
Nissan calendar, let's get you caught up.
Hornets here on Thursday. Hawks Saturday afternoon, back-to-back against the Suns then at Phoenix on Sunday. Look at this stretch. Suns, Pelicans, Sixers. And I don't think Joel Embiid is going to be back next Thursday, so they're going to at least avoid the big fella next week. But that should be a heck of a game. So quite an entertaining week for the Lakers coming up.
Only entertaining when you win.
More entertaining when you win. Yeah, I mean, get a bigger smile, that's for sure. Here's LeBron James. Again, he's already shot it 4 times this half.
He's going to shoot it here, too, because the clock is down low.
Ooh, corner Marquise with 2, with 1. Mid-range jumper. Weak side rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves will bring it up slowly. They have the fast break advantage so far in this game, 14-9. Layman, oh, blocked by James. LeBron James. Was that a block or did it hit the front of the rim? Either way, LeBron, a good defensive play.
Well, he got it first, but then I think Layman was able to keep control of it, and then that's how it hit the rim.
Let's look at this again. Layman.
He goes up for the dunk.
Blocked by James.
So who touches it last was the key. They ruled that Layman did.
That's got to be Wolves basketball, doesn't it?
Yeah, look that way.
Certainly. But a heck of a play by LeBron. Another one of the blocked by James moments. And now for three. Get it right back, King.
Maybe that's something that'll inspire his team to get that energy up again.
Towns throws it right at LeBron, who kicked it. Kick save and a beauty.
He kicked it.
That's what they have said.
Yeah, I mean.
5 minutes exactly into the quarter. Wolves and Towns will have it out, 14 to shoot. Minnesota has won two. Well, let's look at this first.
Pass. Kicked by, it was Markeith. I didn't say LeBron didn't kick it. He was reaching with that hand.
Well, that's why LeBron was looking. He was thinking, are you calling it on me? And in the blink of an eye, it was Markeith. Again, this Minnesota team has won two in a row. One time, it was the first two games of the year when they beat Detroit and Utah. They're trying to win two in a row for just the second time all season. And what an upset it would be. Shovel pass to Rubio. That's off of his leg and out of bounds to the Lakers.
Nice look by Towns. Maybe a bounce pass would have been easier to handle.
Each team with three players in double figures. Morton Tucker into the game. He's got 7 points in 12 minutes. Part of that Laker bench that has 33 points tonight. Here he goes once again, throws it up and misses. Rebound to Vanderbilt. And he gets fouled in the backcourt.
You see how on the inside, how they made THT alter that shot. He threw it up with his left, almost with his back to the basket. They were there to contest.
Vanderbilt, good rebounder. He has had back-to-back games with 9 rebounds. That was just his second tonight, however. Rubio with the dribble. Towns will certainly take this one. There's that set shot. In and out. Rebound. Vanderbilt nearly scored, and then Markeith has it for the Lakers. Up for LeBron. He avoids 2 defenders. Lob it underneath and throw it down, Damian Jones.
He has to protect himself from hitting his head on the rim almost every lob.
It's something we saw often last year with Dwight and JaVale. At the other end, they challenge the big cat. It's going to be a foul on Morris.
And that's going to be, I believe, on Jones. That's going to be his fourth.
It is Jones.
Look at that fast break where LeBron throws it up and Damian just elevates and throws it down. And he does it so quick. Boom! Now he's going to have to go to the sideline for a while because he picked up his fourth personal.
That means Montrez will come into the game as Anthony Towns, Karl Anthony Towns, misses the free throw. So the Lakers will have LeBron, Montrez, Morris, Horton Tucker, and Caldwell Pope on the floor. And for Minnesota, Layman, McDaniels, Towns, Rubio, and Edwards. Halfway through this third quarter.
Karl Anthony Towns knocks down 18 points. He's got 18, 5, and 5 working in the game.
So Towns, Edwards, top 3 picks in the draft. James all the way. Reverse layup. The circus shot for LeBron.
Breakdown defensive end. He on the sideline. Both defenders left him. He had a clear path to the rim.
Hang in the air. Reverse layup. And Edwards answers right back. Well, he's came to the basket pretty easily, didn't he?
Too easy.
Got 40 paint points. LeBron stepped out of bounds.
Look at that play where LeBron added the both defenders lead him, and he makes that.
Shooting for the Lakers, trying to make it 3 in a row out of the All-Star. Here's now. One way and then the other. Wanted to go windshield wiper this man, and they took it away. Layman, stop, set, fire, 3, no. Good box out by KCP.
Real nice job by KCP.
taller. And the body weight. Tucker slows down. Senyor is in a moment. At the next whistle, also coming into the game will be Noel for Minnesota. LeBron will back it up. Only 4 on the clock. And he's going to just nonchalantly fire and knock it down. Ring it up for James.
Well, you said he only took 3 shots in the first half.
Yeah, you knew he was going to come out.
He's already taken 7 more here in the third.
Braun with the bucket. And Karl Anthony Towns with the hook shot. Horton Tucker attacking zone. Again, Kuzma and Schroeder now patiently waiting. Horton Tucker has to wander in. He could get tied up.
Lost his footing a little bit. I don't know if he got inadvertently tripped, but he went to the floor to secure the basketball. So we'll have a jump ball here.
This is the 11th time we've been.
Little, how dare you? Timberwolves get the point back that they gave up on the defensive 3 seconds.
He's lucky there was an even.
Edwards! Oh, Anthony Edwards! Hips can't fly! That was something else, man. Wow.
Now, actually, I don't think the clutch plush doll has any kneecaps.
together to try and slow down this Laker run. Jalen Noel.
Anthony Townsend, multiple starters still on the floor right
Now as Chris Finch goes to the bench. Montrezl Harrell called for the foul. It's just his first of the game.
You hear the Laker players talking about Minnesota being in the bonus. Karl Anthony Towns slinging it out to Wancho.
Towns
and then relocating. I don't think you've seen that. A guy post up, throw out an outlet pass or a pass from the post, and then go relocate outside the arc. Late pass that time by Montrez to Schroeder. Beautifully executed.
Nice ball movement and nice movement without the ball by Schroeder. Towns straightaway three. Jim, we got a guy hitting us up on Twitter who says he's a German native who says that it should be pronounced Schroeder instead.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying it either. Until I get a chance to actually
I'm not German. We're not in Germany.
Right. And if I get a chance to talk to Dennis Schroeder himself and ask him if that's how he wants it pronounced, then fine. But I'm going with Schroeder. But we do appreciate that.
I do appreciate it.
Twitter people chime in, man. A lot of times we get a lot of good nuggets from them.
We certainly do.
Harold, no. Kuzma got stripped to the basketball. The Timberwolves come out of there with it. This is the Lakers' largest lead of the game. Timberwolves trying to cut into it. Towns. And a reach-in foul here. I believe they're going to get Wes Matthews, who came over to help out. Second foul of the game on Matthews, and with the Timberwolves in the bonus, free throws upcoming.
I mentioned that Coach Finch has been keeping Karl Anthony Towns, for the most part, throughout the first quarter and the third quarter, and keeping him with the bench guys to give them a little scoring bunch. Those extra 3 minutes, I think, help.
Hey, Wolves fans, memberships for next season are on sale right now. Every member receives a 50% discount on concessions and team store purchases, plus, of course, guaranteed tickets to the action of their choice. Visit Timberwolves.com to reserve your seats for next season right now.
You keep your best player on the floor. Karl would normally come out, 7-8 minute mark, and then come back beginning of the fourth quarter, and so now you're playing the entire first and third, and give him a few minutes in the fourth, and come bring him back fresh for the body of the ending of the game. He's going to sit down now, so 2 minutes to go in the quarter, give him a little break. But I like the idea of keeping Karl out there longer and giving him his break at the beginning of the other quarter.
Okogie kicks it out for Jalen Noel. Gets chased off the three-point line, but will hit the mid-range. Kuzma in transition. A chance for an and one. And the Lakers got it up the floor in a hurry. And Kyle Kuzma now in double figures.
He's been a solid performer. Whether you stick him in there as a starter or he comes off the bench, gives you numbers. He's been excellent. Good three-point shooter, runs the floor, versatile defender, excellent basketball player. And what a find he's been for the Lakers.
Yeah, originally drafted by the Brooklyn Nets, was part of the deal that sent D'Angelo Russell to Brooklyn from LA. Hernan Gomez, and wipe that off. Offensive foul, and the Timberwolves will give the ball right back to LA.
You can see it happening. Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell are very good at stepping up and taking charges. And you've got to be able to put the brakes on.
Schroeder Gets it back. Gets into the paint. Harrell somehow able to get up and put it back up and in.
There's that catch radius. He's just got such long arms and great hands.
Hernan Gomez just a little bit too strong. Okogie tracks down the long rebound. Under a minute to go here in the third. Jalen Noel, step back three is short. And Kuzma leaked out. Horton Tucker got it to him. And the Lakers add to their lead. They're largest to the game now at 9.
Shooter almost took another charge right there.
Okogie can't. Oh, I was going to say can't connect, but it bounced up and in. What a bounce he got.
It certainly did.
Shooter's touch.
It's a big basket. Minnesota needed that in a bad way. Last shot time for the Lakers.
Horton Tucker drives, draws a foul. And Horton Tucker's going to head to the free throw line.
Jalen Noel thought he got all basketball that time. Drake tailing Horton Tucker to the ground, but
second personal of the game on Jalen Noel. I guess the only good thing about that sequence is Timberwolves should be able to get one final shot off here in this quarter. Horton Tucker, 82% from the line. It's the first. Let's get a quick word from Hyundai.
Get the upgrade you deserve in a new Hyundai, loaded with the latest technology, only at the Hyundai Spring Upgrade event.
See what the Wolves can do here. They get it into Jalen Noel. Gets across midcourt. Gets it away. And that will close out the third quarter. And the Timberwolves see the Lakers go to the fourth with an 8-point advantage.
Guarda, kalimutan ko pa na ito. Hindi dito pala. Inspiration.
Where they have the lead at the end of 3, 18-4 this season. The Timberwolves, they have come back to win a game in which they've trailed going to the fourth only 2 times. So let's see if this will be the magic third for Minnesota. How they're trying to erase this 8-point deficit.
LeBron either scored or assisted on the first 16 points of the third quarter, so he came out of the locker room on a mission. This Minnesota team gave the Lakers hassle back in February at Target Center, right here. And Wolves giving them trouble again.
Look at Anthony Edwards back on the floor here. Another 20-point night for Ants. And that's going to be not a good way to start this fourth quarter as you give up the bucket to THT. And Horton Tucker now going to go to the line and try and make it a three-point play. Lakers have 6 players in double-figure scoring here tonight.
Taylor Horton Tucker was somebody that was on LeBron James' radar early on in his basketball career. And he's kept an eye on this young man, and he's paid him off because Taylor Horton Tucker has become kind of a folk hero in Los Angeles.
Second year out of Iowa State. Edwards for Naz Reid. Rejected by Harrell, and I believe that went off of Nas last.
That was disrespectful.
To not only block him, but block it off of him?
Yeah, just kind of stare at him and stuff. I mean, that's not sportsmanlike. Just stare at him. Yeah. Feels good when you do it, though, let me tell you.
I bet. Schroeder goes to the floor with the basketball. It's going to be a shot clock violation against Los Angeles.
Anthony Edwards has played with this second unit, and it's been a good thing. I mean, he's been able to kind of give them a scoring punch. So Cat sits down, and then Ant comes into the game, and he kind of carries the load. You want to keep either Karl Anthony Towns or Anthony Edwards on the floor at all times.
Lakers on an 11-3 run. Edwards lost the basketball momentarily. Gets it right back. Edwards gets to the paint. No, but Naz Reid there to pick up the chain.
That's the wing that I'm talking about. Anthony Edwards collapses the defense with his drives and creates a void for guys to offensive rebound right behind him. You go back and you look at the replay of that. You look at Naz Reid and where he comes from.
Schroeder with the backdoor cut.
Sometimes your aggressiveness works against you, especially when those kinds of plays happen. You're so bent on being able to stop him from getting dribble penetration that you're overplaying, and all of a sudden he checks to the basket.
Edwards. Reid working on Harrell, and Nas unable to get the lefty shot to go. Lakers already with their largest lead, looking to push it further. Kuzma with a 3. Wancho pulls down the board.
Minnesota's really in need of some timely three-point shooting themselves right now.
Edwards looking to deliver. Cannot. That would have been big. Wolves need any kind of offense to go right now. Harold throws it up. Jalen Noel with a rebound. Noel. Wild shot by Jalen Noel. How'd he get that to go? Jalen continuing to pay big dividends for the Timberwolves and the bench. Into double figures now for Jalen. And the Timberwolves bench now up to 30 points. Naz Reid doing some work for the Wolves on the glass. And how pretty was this one out of Jalen Noel? Back to single digits in LA. He gave up on the defense.
Lakers opened up the gate there for Big Cat. Obliged by more right through. Did they get 4 in a row? He might try it again. Why not? If it's not broke, don't fix it. There it is. Now it's kicked into the corner. And Wesley Matthews. Yes, sir. He knocks it down. And LeBron has 4 assists in the last 4 minutes. Wesley Matthews has only taken 2 shots, both of them from behind the arc, and he played them both. That's nice to see. Now, long distance rebound. Horton Tucker, who's got 6 rebounds. That one's going to be intercepted by Hernan Gomez. Back the other way, 3-on-3. Edwards throws out the arm on LeBron. Bring it right back out to Anthony Towns. That set shot's not there. LeBron's got the rebound. That is triple double. LeBron James, 19 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. Back-to-back triple doubles for LeBron James. Kuzma not going to get there. LeBron is 5th of the season, his 99th of his career, and his 2nd against the Wolves. And Minnesota takes a timeout. Share basketball. And in this career, Johnny, smooth plays defense, does just about everything. Career number 99 as far as triple couples are concerned was achieved just a minute ago.
And here's the deal. Only 4 players in NBA history have reached 100 triple-doubles. The Big O, Oscar Robertson, Russell Westbrook, Irvin Magic Johnson, and Jason Kidd. Those are the only 4 that got 101 more, and LeBron will join the Century Club. Here he goes. Bron. Ooh, and that was just skipped off did it touch a wolf? I think it did.
I thought it was deflected. None of the officials know. They don't know. They're going to jump
challenge. They may challenge. Who knows? Both teams still have their challenge left. Right now, they're going to jump it mid-court.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know, you jump it. And they don't know. They all looked at each other and said, I don't know. Do you? No. It was tapped right there by Towns.
Okay, so the Lakers are going to call timeout and challenge. And here we go. The green light will come on, and the drama of the first challenge of the night will unfold.
And just because it's a challenge doesn't mean it's going to be successful. We'll see what happens when we come back. Coach's challenge.
The Lakers are challenging, ruling on the floor, out of bounds and jump ball.
The Lakers.
You see fireworks and corporate tires skirt the boulevard. I know how you work, I know just who you are. See, use a your own Charlie switches at you.
LA has a successful challenge. Ruling is Lakers ball in the baseline.
After review, a successful challenge by Lakers. Lakers maintain momentum.
Well, if there's one thing we learned during the timeout, they need to turn the official's microphone down. But it's a successful challenge.
Well, the pass was going straight toward Wesley Matthews. Then all of a sudden, it's off to his left. I know LeBron can throw some difficult passes, but I didn't see him throw a curveball for a pass.
Spring training going on right now. Baseball season, a couple of weeks away.
LeBron's still interested in the baseball season now, isn't he?
Yeah, it's a team that I'm not a big fan.
Yo no puedo.
Assist and rebound. Back-to-back triple doubles for LeBron James. And he was LeBron James, 19 points.
Stolen by the Lakers. Long biscuit.
I didn't put it back down on the deck after the whistle.
I think Montrez going to get credit for a steal.
Oh, yeah.
He knocked it free. There it is.
Anthony Edwards yelling to his teammates, somebody talk to me. Tell me somebody's coming from behind. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. Now, this has been, as you just heard, reviewed as a clear path, and there's going to be no question that's clear path. He's behind him, isn't he?
Should be. Of course, the basket, there was no shot. It was well beforehand. Remind me to take my headset off before they make the announcement. I don't know.
Was that loud
like
or what?
In our ears, it's loud.
Wow. that was loud.
It's like when they turn up commercials on a television show. That's exactly what they're doing here. And AD, once again, well, he's so involved, engaged. We love it. Love it. Again, it's going to be at least 3 more weeks.
No rush.
Yep.
Cannot be too careful with that.
And again, we mentioned earlier, when LeBron and Dennis Schroeder are both on the floor at the same time and no AD, the Lakers are 9-2.
At the review, clear foul foul.
Well, they turned it down now. Or maybe
They
that was
heard you.
Maybe that was Andy, who's the best of the business, who, of course, is helping us out.
Yeah, that one last one almost knocked the headset off. I know it knocked yours off because I saw you saw me. I was wondering what was happening over there.
That's exactly what was happening. 126, 113. So free throws and the ball out of bounds. Again, Thursday night, pregame show prior, and then the game at 7:30. Stick around, Geeter and the crew afterwards tonight.
It makes this free throw. The Lakers will maintain possession in time for a substitution shortly thereafter, I hope.
Caldwell Pope. So he has 8 points. Jones has 8.
And Jones had his 8 real quick.
Yeah. He only played 15 minutes. That's about what he's been averaging.
Yeah.
Right around there. 15, 16. So,
this is when the Lakers should use clock like they normally do. We just want LeBron, quick shot.
And he knocks it down. How many shots did he have at halftime?
I think he had 3.
3 shots.
He's had 10 here in the second half.
And he's piled up 25 points. He's now 2 up on Montrez in that internal battle. 131-115. So the Lakers do have an opportunity to get to their season high.
If LeBron wants another shot, he better do it on this possession because I think McKinney is coming to the scorer's table for him.
Well, again, the next one he'll join 4 others.
25 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists.
Lakers up 16 with 2 minutes to play. Rubio over Matthews.
Rubio has 19 points and 12 assists.
Now a savvy veteran, Ricky Rubio. Second tour duty here. Rebound away from the Lakers is McDaniels. Rubio's going to try it again. Little set shot comes up way short. At the other end, here goes Montrez. All the way, lay it up and in. Montrez as the Lakers are running and having fun. Timeout, Minnesota. This one is basically over.
It's OVE. A minute 29 to play, and the Lakers up 133-117.
Let it love go. 5, 4, 3, 2, where the ones go. It's a new chill. Put you front row. Bro, let you come chill. Money over. That is still my favorite love quote. Where the love go? Trade the ski mask for the motto. It's a bloodbath. Where the suns go? It's a Swiss beach. That the drums go. If she iffy. If she simply double cup toast, got a double full of hot dogs.
Stu, didn't you say they were going to flip the switch at some point tonight? Yeah, the light went on for all these guys. LeBron and Montrez, 25 each. Jude Schroeder, Taylor Horton Tucker. You just go down the list. So many players delivering so many different ways. And the good thing is, in that third quarter, when the difference was made, the defense played better.
Well, it's very odd, it had the look of a game where the Lakers were just going through it to get to a certain point and say, all right, let's go now. And that's what they did in the second half. 6 players. We had showed 5 guys in double figures. The Lakers actually have 6. Markieff has himself.
Devontae Kaycock is into the game. Damian Jones is back in. McKinney also for the Lakers. As we run out the final minute and 19 for the Lakers. And they are still chasing here in the West. Here's Matthews. High water mark for the Lakers this year was 15 games over 500. They're going to go to 27-13. This one's coming out of the rafters. Hernan Gomez. McKinney, little flyby. Rebound. Horton Tucker's got 7 boards, 3 assists, and 14 points. And it's composure, too.
Yeah.
Confidence.
It's growth.
Here he is underneath. He scores again. Real deal. He's going to be a problem for years to come. And at the other end, Anthony Edwards with the dunk.
When you have one of your guards that gets that kind of dribble penetration like Taylor did, the other one has to make sure he's back for defensive balance. That's why the Timberwolves have been able to get, after the Lakers score, they get out and get a layup themselves.
This will be the last Lakers shot of the night, and it belongs to McKinney. They're going to come up one short of their season high, but they really turned it on. 137-119. Minnesota will probably get one more in. Edwards looking to throw it up, and he throws it in. Anthony Edwards, one night after a career high 34, gets 29. Stu is already standing. This game is over.
Give him a standing ovation. What are you talking about?
Chip would already be in the car. Let's just put it that way. Game over. Lakers are now 27-13, 13-8 at home. Wolves fall to 9-31 and 4-17 on the road, and the Lakers have a nice little winning streak out of the All-Star break. And that'll do it tonight for Staples Center with the Lakers winning going away. And a triple-double for LeBron. Make sure to catch our next telecast Thursday, LaMelo Ball and the Hornets at 7:30. Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers, starts right now. Enjoy your Wednesday. See you right back here in a couple of days.
Nanalo pa yung Blazers, so. Isa lang.
worst games of the season.